Hey guys, welcome back into the record room. I am of course your host Tony Giles TG, and on today's episode I'm going to talk once again about one of the greatest to ever do it, the man himself, MF Doom. And in particular, I'm talking about this album here, MF Doom and Madlib, Madvillain. Now this is widely regarded as one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time, and it deserves that moniker. It is a fantastic, fantastic album. The only downside to this album, and I will be honest about this, it's too short. The songs are just too short on it. I would love to hear longer versions of a lot of these songs. And the version I have here, it's a 2 LP set. It's a 2 LP set. Cut at 33. This is just the standard version as it came. 2004. So this is a reissue. I didn't get this when it first came out, but it's one of those albums that it's a great album. But when I want to listen to Madvillain, I tend to stream it, and that's only because it's split across 4 sides, and the songs are just too short. I want more. I kind of put a side on, I start to get into it, and it's finished, which is a shame. But recently, and I say recently because this was maybe 2 weeks ago, Stone's Throw reissued the album. But this is an audiophile edition, something we don't have very much of in the rap hip-hop community. Audiophile editions of sort of classic rap albums. This is Lacquer Cut by Bernie Grumman, manufactured at Optimal, 280 gram LPs, cut at 45, gatefold sleeve with lyrics. Now, the one thing that stands out on this to me is the cut at 45. So now the sides are going to seem even shorter, which also says to me that this is a double album. The original version was a double album. This could have just been cut at 45 to start with. Why it wasn't, I don't know, honestly, but I'm not here to question these things. I'm just here to talk about the music. And now, I love Madvillain. Madvillain is an incredible album. If you've never heard it before, I urge you to check it out. As I said, audiophile, R&B, hip-hop, rap albums, we don't get a whole ton of them, especially sort of newer ones. So I am interested to hear how this sounds compared to the original. But I haven't actually opened the package yet. I've split the records, and I haven't opened this. But straight away, you do get a nice Stone's Throw polylined archival anti-static sleeve, which is nice. It's branded Stone's Throw, which is very nice. And it looks very, very similar to the first version. Madvillainy, 45 RPM. And there you go, it's pretty much the same on the other side. And then I'll pull out the other disc as well, just for the sake of completeness, even though it's exactly the same. So yeah, there you go, side 3, and that is side 4. Now I am all for there being audiophile editions of rap albums, just because it's, I don't know why we don't get more audiophile versions of these things. This album is a stone cold classic. You'd be hard to find anybody that would suggest that Madvillain is not an album deserving of an audiophile pressing. And the original version is just a single sleeve. This is a nice thick, you can probably hear that, it's a nice thick cardstock sleeve. And we'll open this up, there we go. Tons of lyrics, tons of lyrics. So cool. So cool. It's fun to have this stuff. Nice thick. I love this. This is a really, really thick spine. Really thick spine. So you can really see it. I like that. Stone's Throw. Nice bit of spot gloss on the sleeve as well there. It does look different from the original release, so that is nice. Madvillainy. I don't know. I am anticipating, how can I put this? I'm anticipating this to not sound a million miles away from the original version. I'm not. As much as I say I really do think there should be more audiophile hip-hop rap albums, and I do believe that. I'd love to hear some Wu-Tang Clan on audiophile cuts. I don't know how it's going to differ. I will obviously let you guys know in the comments, but I'm intrigued, and obviously I'm a fan of MF Doom, a fan of the album, so there was no chance that I wasn't going to pick that one up. But released alongside that, we also had the Madvillain Demos LP. Now, for those of you that don't know, Madvillain, the album was leaked online a while before it came out, or some of it was. And this release actually came out on cassette, very limited in 2013. And what this is early demos of the iconic hip-hop album First Time on Vinyl. In November 2002, the first demo sequence of Madvillainy leaked online. The tracks contained early vocal cuts from MF Doom's recorded and quickly mixed in Los Angeles at Madlib's Bomb Shelter studio. It may have been unfinished, but fans understood that this was a hip-hop album unlike any other. Doom recorded vocals alluding to the leak on Rhinestone Cowboy, and Madlib added new beats and changed up the sequence. Leaks could kill an album's momentum in the early 2000s, but the demos only whetted fans' appetites. When Madvillainy came out in 2004, it was one of the most anticipated releases in underground rap history, according to Pitchfork. Madvillainy is now regarded as one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. And I stand by that. I really do stand by that. So essentially, these are the demos, although the album was re-recorded. So to have this is kind of like another slice of the Madvillainy album. And this is cool to have it on vinyl as well. You know, I've heard this stuff online. I don't own a copy of the cassette, but, you know, having this stuff is pretty cool. And that's pretty neat. You guys know that I'm not a massive fan of printed in a sleeves, but you do see some nice shots there of MF Doom, some nice shots of Madlib and MF Doom there as well. It's nice to see this stuff. You know, obviously Doom's not with us anymore, so any kind of Doom material is a fun thing now. And this very much actually looks like the Madvillainy set. It's almost like they've made them to go together, I guess. The center label looks the same, and you got the Stones Throw logo there. I don't imagine this is going to be for everybody, this album, but if you are a fan of Madvillainy, I mean, you're going to want to have this. And this wasn't expensive as well. I think this one was about 23, 24 pounds, something like that. The audiophile cut's probably closer to 40. It's a double, nice thick sleeve, all of this stuff. But this is good. If you've never heard the demos, check it out. Madvillain, whatever you want to call it. It is one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. There is no doubt about it. You don't necessarily have to be a hip-hop fan to enjoy it. It is just a great listen. And listening to the demos, then listening to the finished thing is kind of like an experience, kind of a start of a journey and then the finish of a journey as well. So I recommend, if you've never heard it, maybe try the demos first and then move on to the actual album. I think you might enjoy it. But that's it for this episode of The Record Room. Are you a fan of the Madvillainy album? I noticed that our first MF Doom video on the Food reissue got pretty good response. So maybe I'll cover some more hip-hoppy rap things in future. I am a fan. If you'd like to see more of that on the channel, just drop me a comment down below, let me know. But until next time, stay gold and spin those blackest circles.